What's up? I wanted to make this video because I was watching YouTube, like I do every day, watching some of my favorite channels, and I saw a video by one of my more recently subscribed, I recently subscribed to this YouTuber. His name is Final Fantasy Peasant on YouTube, and I watched his video. It's pretty old now. It's like 2 or 3 months old now, I think. No, it's way more than 2 or 3 months old. Okay, never mind. The point is, I watched the video. It's a rant on article. You can see right now on the screen what the article is. So, if you know me at all, you'll find that I have recently loved Final Fantasy 15. Now, Final Fantasy fan. So, when I found that even when I find new things to love in gaming, there are still, I can't believe it, there are still angry feminists pointing at video game being sexist, and this pisses me off like no other thing in this world. Gaming is something that I hold close to my heart. It's part of my personality, right? So when people touch my favorite games in ways I don't like them being touched, I get pretty ticked off. So I'm just gonna be reacting to this article. I'll have a link to the video that Final Fantasy hasn't posted about this same article where he had his own reaction. I recommend checking it out if you wanna, see more high quality reaction. But this is my personal reaction. So, real quick warning. There might be spoilers to Final Fantasy games. Not that probably any of you will play any, because y'all don't know what real games are. And there also might be a trigger warning. Because, I don't know, I expect myself to be pretty mad at this. Alright, start reading. Finally fed up. You're fucking genius, Brandon Ortega. Wow. Alright, I'm just gonna move on. Finally fed up. Why are Final Fantasy 15 fans so anti-woman? What the? Alright, move on. The article hasn't even started. How is Final Fantasy 15 fans so anti-woman? I'd like to point out that there are female Final Fantasy fans as well as male Final Fantasy fans. So you're not only saying that all Final Fantasy fans, including women, are anti-woman, which makes no goddamn sense. If anyone watching this knows me, I'm not anti-woman. I'm a Final Fantasy 15 fan. And if anybody knows a gamer that likes Final Fantasy 15, I assure you that 90% to almost 100%, alright? Closer to 100% than it is to 90%, are not anti-woman. I assure you. I promise you. I swear to you. I'm just gonna keep on reading. Final Fantasy, the ironically long-running series. How is that ironic? It's not ironic. That makes no sense. Do you know what it means, you freaking retard? Is going to come out with its 15 May installment September 30th. Unless you count Final Fantasy 13-2, 13-3, and 10-2 as main installments. I guess you're right. September 30th. It actually came out November 29th. Pretty old article. It's made in like August of last year. Final Fantasy 15. It's a game I've affectionately titled J-Rock Road Trip. I mean, look at that main cast. Why? That doesn't make any fucking sense. In this picture, there's 5 guys, but you know, the guy rightmost, it doesn't have shit to do with the game. It's 4 guys in a car going on a road trip. Okay, that joke isn't fucking funny. That makes no. Oh my god. What's the time looking like? Holy shit. This might be a longer video, I realize now. This game's what the fuck? Oh. Okay. Alright. This game's a little different than the rest in the series. It's been in development for an entire decade, like Final Fantasy VII Remake, so I guess it's not that different. Dubbed a fantasy based on reality. It's okay. Final Fantasy VI? Well, not really. Never mind. Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy 13. And Final Fantasy 15 all have modern day settings. So, if you really think about it, I know that's like the whole thing for Final Fantasy 15, fantasy based on reality. It makes no goddamn sense. Alright, there hasn't been a lot revealed about it. It's August, wait. Yes, there has. And by the time of August, I looked this up, of course. By the time of August, they had a lot of shit. Essentially, this makes no sense. This is the stupidest thing I've read all fucking day. There hasn't been a lot revealed about it. The basic premise: the protagonist, Prince Noctis, going on a road trip with his male friends before his wedding, while his home country is invaded. Bit of a generalization there, but he got some key points. Several environments based heavily on real life locations. One cool thing about Final Fantasy 15. Fucking Lestalem is awesome. I've never been to Cuba, but Lestalem's awesome, and it's based off Cuba. So I don't know. It's cool that it's like Alticia's based off Venice, and that's a beautiful video game city. I'm sure Venice is a beautiful city too, but my mom said that Venice looked nothing like the video game, and it wasn't anything as pretty as the video game version counterpart, Final Fantasy 15 counterpart, Altishia. So, I mean, it's so cool to me now. This is going a bit off topic. It's so cool to me now that video game worlds now can be looked at, and you can enjoy them visually. You can see sights in video game worlds. You can enjoy them visually. I mean, I know it's not good for everyone, but like, there's some beautiful gaming worlds out there that look better than the real world. No, duh, it's gaming, but you know what I'm saying? Like, back then, when I picked up my first console, the Wii, gaming worlds were not that good. They were kind of shit. But now they're just so much better. They're absolutely beautiful. Sorry, that was a little bit off topic. Back to being triggered. Several environments based on heavily on real life battle system, and the fact that only characters that fight in your party will be met. Noctis, Lucis, Calum, Prompto, Argento, Gladiolus, Amicidia, I could never pronounce his name, and Ignis Scientia. The developers have stated outright that while some people may drop in and out of combat as guests, you only control Noctis' self. Only men are going to be in the party because of the road trip. Because women in the group would, in quotes, change their behavior. Because that's not sexist at all. I know that if I were in a car, and this is assuming, of course, that we're all the same age. I'm only fucking 14, so yeah. Assuming people my age are all in a car, and there's a woman in the car, I'm not gonna act the same. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, hey, what's up? Talk about what I talk about, if you know what I mean. I'm not gonna be myself around a sexy female. It only makes sense. I mean, if you look at the actual game, Prompto is very much attracted to women. You think he would act the same? His loving self. Wait, sorry. His humor, his character, which is my favorite character in the game. You think he would be the same? No, he wouldn't fucking be the same. He would act different with women. Now, there is at one point where a woman joins you in a car ride for a small period of time, but that's fucking one of the main character's sisters, so it only makes sense. And you even see Noctis, who might, I don't know, it's kind of obvious that Iris liked Noctis before he was gonna get married. You can see Noctis acts slightly differently around Iris. He's like, when Iris asks him to essentially go out on a date with him, he goes like, you can see his physical change in behavior. So don't even, man, I want to inspect Element right now and just take out those air quotes. Those air quotes don't belong there. You are a fucking retard. Go kill yourself in a fire and then burn your skull. That made no sense. Alright, now it would be great to get more portrayals of sensitive male friendship instead of the toxic masculinity. The toxic masculinity. All men are horrible. This is written by a male, by the way. Just saying. So this makes even less sense. Just saying. That instead of the toxic masculinity that passes as it in much of our global media. You know, I don't quite understand that sentence, so I'm not gonna comment on it. Even though it had some pretty stupid stuff, toxic masculinity. This series has historically had a mixed gender cast. There you go. I didn't even make this point yet. I was going to, because I knew they were going to talk about this. I knew I was going to say something about this. Actually, no, I'm going to finish the sentence first. While often the ladies fall into maid roles, we've at least had them. What the fuck are you talking about? Hell is your problem? Bro, what are you talking about? Maid roles? Listen, I know I haven't played all the Final Fantasy games yet, but I've played the majority. Final Fantasy 15 sure didn't have any maid roles. Okay, that's obvious, there were no female main characters. I haven't played Final Fantasy 14 or 11, they're MMOs, I don't play MMOs. 13, Lightning, the main character, definitely not a mage. 13-2 had a different main character. Lightning's sister, Sarah, sure wasn't a mage. Let's see, 12, haven't played 12, goddamn. 10, yeah, there was a mage in 10. But she was actually pretty cool. Lulu was awesome. Riku was a fucking thief. That's sick, okay? If you want to count summoners as mages, I guess you have Yuna, but that's a whole love story thing that I'm not going to get into. And Yuna was pretty badass as well. Let's see. I didn't play 8 or 9 either. I need to play those ones. Can't wait to play those ones, actually. Let's see. 7. Tifa Lockhart. Not a mage. Aerith. She's a healer. Not a mage. Yuffie. Thief. Not a mage. Final Fantasy 6. Well, Terra's a mage, but Terra's fucking awesome. So, every time there is a mage role, which isn't too often in the series, they're fucking awesome. And even if they're not mages, they're still fucking awesome. So I don't understand. And, in Final Fantasy, for those of you who don't know, it's 50-50 to the main 15 titles. Just about 50-50. Some of them have multiple main characters, which is why it can be 50-50, because, you know, 15 can't be divided equally, but, you know, there's some have, you know what I'm saying. It's 50-50 main characters or not. Sorry, I'm a little bit sick. I have a stuffy nose. 50-50 main characters are female, 50-50 are male.